my favorite grade 2 students today. I'd like to acknowledge and thank the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish on those traditional territories we teach, learn, and live. Today we're going to be learning about place value addition with double digits. Now, to review from our previous lesson, we learned what each number represents in the place value order, such as our hundreds, tens, and ones columns. We have also learned how to use base 10 blocks and ones to create equations with single digits. I'm really proud to see how everyone is doing at stacking their numbers into the place value columns. Now that we have learned place value and addition with single digits, it's time to use our base 10 knowledge and put it all together for adding double digits that go over the number 10. To start, let's look at our place value board. Now you see that we have our ones column on the right and our tens column on the left. I've divided the board up into 6 squares, and I have also made 10 X's into each of the ones boxes and left the tens boxes open. Now, what we will use today for our manipulatives are yummy, delicious Skittles. I have already placed 10 Skittles into each of these cups. These will represent our base 10 column. We're going to call them base 10 cups today. And then I also have green Skittles, which are going to represent our ones. They're going to go in the ones column. The colors of the Skittles are only to show which ones are going into which column. Other than that, doesn't matter what colors we're using. So that is all the materials that we need to build our addition equations. We have our place value board, we have our cups, and we have our Skittles. Now let's start with our word problem. All right. There are 17 students in Miss Humphrey's class. There are 38 students in Mr. Jenkins' class. How many students are there in total? So let's first off and look at what we know. We know that there are 17 students in one class and 38 students in the other class. We need to know how many are all together. So we're going to take those two numbers, we're going to add them together to get our total. So let's start with 17. Let's look at our tens column. We have a 1. So we're going to take one base 10 cup and we're going to place it in our tens column. And in our ones column we have 7. So we're going to take 7 Skittles and place them on the X's. All right. For our next number, we have a 3 in our tens column, so we're going to take 3 base 10 cups and place them in the tens. And then we have 8 ones, so we're going to take 8 green Skittles and place them on the X's. Now let's write our equation. We're going to write it in our stacked form, so we have 17 and 38. Now our next step is to take everything and bring it down to our bottom columns. You're going to take your ones and you're going to fill up the X's, and we're going to see if we have any left over. Right, we see that we have a few left over and all of our X's are filled up. So now what we can do is take those 10 Skittles and we're going to create a base 10 cup. And we're going to place it in our tens column. That way we can fit our remaining Skittles into our box. Now what we can do is look at the number. We have 5 ones, so we're going to put a 5 in the ones column. Now we need to represent that we took 10 ones and created a base 10 cup and moved it over. By doing that, we're going to place a 1 at the top of the equation. Look at and see how many 10s we have now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base 10 cups. So we're going to write a 5 in our 10s. And you can also see that we have 1 plus 3 equals 5. So there are 55 students total. Now let's look at another equation and put all of our Skittles back. Caitlin ate 22 jelly beans. Sebastian ate 29 jelly beans. How many jelly beans were eaten altogether? So let's look at what we know. We have 22 jelly beans and we have 29 jelly beans. We want to know how many were eaten altogether, so we're going to add those two numbers together. So our first number, we have a 2 in the tens column, and we have 2 in the ones. In our next number, we have 2 in the tens column, and we have 9 in the ones. Right, now let's write our equation. 22 and 29. Now we're going to bring everything down. Let's fill up our X's and see if we have any left. We have 1 left, so we're going to create a base 10 cup out of our ones, and we're going to put it in the tens column, and we're going to take our remaining 1 and put it on an X. We have 1 ones. We need to represent in our equation that we regrouped our ones and moved it over to the tens, so we're going to put a 1 at the top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups in our tens column, so we're going to write 5 here, and you can see 1 plus 2 plus 2 equals 5. So 51 jelly beans were eaten altogether. All right, that is our place value addition, and we have one more thing left to do, and that is to eat all of our Skittles. All right, have fun, everyone. And our next class, we will be learning about place value subtraction.